Pittsburgh Steelers have a unique rookie defensive lineman in Derrick Harmon, who just made his NFL debut yesterday versus the New England Patriots. And in this debut, I thought he did a really good job. And one area of his game that I love is just his ability to be there. Now, what do I mean by that? He is someone that is big enough, he's strong enough, and he's fast enough to acquire and force a lot of offenses to double team him. So right here, the offensive line is going to be in what we call a 5-man scat protection, okay? Now, he is to the top side of the defensive line right here. Now, since they're in that scat protection, they're going to slide the offensive line in this direction with man-to-man to the other side of the field. Now, because Derrick Harmon is so good, he is the one that generates double teams, okay? Now, you have TJ Watt, you have Cam Hayward, you have Nick Herbig, Alex Highsmith, hopefully will be back at some point. If you have Derrick Harmon, right, who is getting that right guard to slide over to protect him, right, guard him, leaving TJ Watt in a one-on-one with the tight end, that is amazing. But you leave one-on-ones everywhere else. So yes, he's going to swallow up that double team, but he's going to force one-on-ones everywhere else. Nick Herbig, right, Cam Hayward, Keanu Benton, the second-level linebacker, all in one-on-one situations. Do you know how helpful that is for everybody else? And no, on this play, he doesn't make the sack. He doesn't get the pressure on this play. But what he does is he helps his teammates get to the quarterback. Again, when you have to double team someone like Derrick Harmon to leave Pat Queen, to leave Cam Hayward, Nick Herbig, TJ Watt unblocked off the edge, it's going to help your team a ton. And right there, forces incompletion into the dirt. Dude, Derrick Harmon is going to be a different beast. And when you don't want to, or when you don't double team him, he's going to cause a lot of issues. So we're going to break down the film. I want to show you why this guy is going to fit perfectly into this Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Other thing I love about him, overall hustle, work ethic, right? Motor, it's there. And right here, we're going to see him actually win his matchup here early, get into the backfield. They're going to play fake this thing and then throw it to a quick screen to Travion Henderson out the backfield. Watch my guy Derrick Harmon. Breaks through immediately, plays the run initially, but as he notices, it's a quick screen, right? So instead of continuing to try to get to the quarterback, he disengages immediately. And then look at the hustle. A lot of big guys the size of Derrick Harmon will just stop running at this point in time because they'll be like, all right, I'm not going to be able to make a play here. But watch what he does. Never stops running and gets him from the backside. This is the play that shows me this is a Steeler. This guy fits into the defense because of the hustle, because of the work ethic, because of the motor of his willingness to make plays. He fits. He's a guy that's going to be a hustler. And that's all I'm looking for. Not me, but teams are looking for in players. Derrick Harmon, he's got that level of intensity to him that I absolutely love. And I think this is why they took him, because of that relentless nature to just want to make a play. Okay, once again, now they're going to be in that scat protection. You're going to see the center, right? He can slide left or he can slide right because Derrick Harmon's on that right side. You're going to see him actually double team here. But again, leaving one-on-one with TJ Watt, leaving one-on-one with Nick Herbig, leaving a one-on-one with Cam Hayward. That's all I want to see is one-on-ones for our teammates. Derrick Harmon is, in his first NFL game, is already demanding double teams. Guys, you know how crazy that is? I mean, look at this. Freaking Nick Herbig does a great job with the stun action. He's going to just reach that outside shoulder of the guard, and we're going to swing Cam Hayward off the side. But again, the reason we're able to run the stun is because Derrick Harmon's the one acquiring the double teams. I mean, it's huge. It really is just huge. Cam Hayward gets in there, forces him outside the pocket, and then boom, guess who's there? Derrick Harmon there for the sack. Dude, it's the double teams alone that it's going to really help this defense. Again, look at this. Center's like, you know what? I'm not going to double team Cam. I'm going to double team Derrick Harmon because he's already generating the pressure up the middle. Look at him. Moves the guy back, forces the double team, and then look at this. The disengagement, go make a play. Derrick Harmon. Derrick Harmon. Dude, and then you have Y.A. Black, who looks good. Jack Sawyer played a little bit. You know who looked good in this game? Jabril Peppers. Jabril Peppers looked amazing. What a steal that was. He just got players over here in Pittsburgh. With week 3 of the NFL season officially here, we have a really good matchup with Detroit and Baltimore for Monday Night Football. And I'm going to give you a play. Maybe we can 1,000x our money, maybe we don't, but we have an opportunity. Before we dive in, look at this, right? If you use my promo code DUBS, you're going to get a 100% match deposit. That is crazy, which means if you put down $100, they're going to give you $100 in bonus funds. If you put down 50, they'll give you 50. Whatever you put in up to $100, they're going to match. So you probably claim that right away. I'm going to start off with this Monday Night Football game. Jameson Williams, more than 47.5 receiving yards. This game has a 53.5 over-under, which is insane, by the way. So you can take a bunch of overs and probably feel pretty confident with it. I'm going to adjust Lamar Jackson's line to 200 yards. I think that's fair. Go more than 200 yards. I'm going to also, you can get a free pick, by the way. You know what? Let me throw that in there. Michael Penix, more than half a passing yard. That's all I need. And you know what? Let's just throw 10 to win 40. I think this is fair. And again, use my promo code DUBS if you haven't already done so yet, guys. Again, promo code DUBS and you'll get a $100 match deposit on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 states. Check out Sleeper today. Let's put that in. Let me know what you guys do for this week's slate of games. Look at the speed. For a guy his size, you wouldn't expect speed to be something I'm talking about. But right here, they're actually going to pull this left guard in this direction, right? And the reason they think this is going to work is because they think their center will be quick enough to stun over this thing. Quick enough, but watch this off ball or off snap quickness. Boom. Gets right around the edge. As Drake May turns around, he's got a guy in his face in Derrick Harmon who's playing the screen perfectly. Or not the screen, but reading the eyes of Drake May perfectly, right? You see how Drake May quickly looks off to the left side? Right? He can't throw it because Derrick Harmon's sitting there like a bear. Right? So then he scans, he turns, and he misfires into the dirt. But again, we can come back to this every single time. Derrick Harmon's going to clear lane to the quarterback. He doesn't overcommit. He forces the quarterback to make a decision here. But once again, they leave a one-on-one to the outside with guess who? Jack Sawyer, who's able to force the ball out just a little bit early and throw it into the dirt. Incomplete pass. It's all because we get pressure. Whenever you can generate pressure on the quarterback, you can create one of 6 different scenarios, whether it be a bad decision by the quarterback, a bad throw by the quarterback, an interception, a forced fumble, a sack, maybe even a holding call, right? But right here, Derrick Harmon does a great job playing this passing lane here, forcing him to move out and look to the dump down, and then Jack Sawyer's there, forces a bad throw. Let's go, man. Sign me up to this Steelers defense. I'm all in. Another fun play here is they pull the guard to this side of the field. Derrick Harmon's right here. We're going to get one-on-ones off the edge with TJ Watt and Nick Herbig, who kind of just explode. If you dare put a tight end on TJ Watt or Nick Herbig, you're just going to get beaten to the dirt. But watch Derrick Harmon here. You see how he's reading the play? Look at him. He does such a good job seeing, okay, is it run? Is it pass? I can't tell yet, right? And then once he sees, he's like, oh, bet. Disengages and starts going. But at that point in time, it doesn't matter because TJ Watt demoralized the tight end Hunter Henry, right? Nick Herbig flies off the edge and gets pressure, and then he just gets absolutely demoralized by both of these dudes. But Derrick Harmon does such a good job. Look at him. Reading. Oh, you're passing? Bet. Here I go. Right? And the only reason he's staying engaged here is because just in case this running back hits that hole, he wants to be able to disengage that way, right? But right when he realizes that the quarterback throws the ball, dude, he flies off this thing like nothing happened. That's how good that guy is. And gets credit for nothing on this play. But you could just tell he's not a regular rookie making an NFL debut, man. He's terrifying. And there was this play right here. Derrick Harmon's going to be to the top side. Now he's going to start to generate a double team once again. Again, whenever we can generate that double team, it just tells us that everybody else is in a one-on-one opportunity. Okay, so that is huge alone. Now, our big guy up the middle was able to generate a little bit pressure up that A-gap, bullies the center a ton, right? Does end up falling, but look at Derrick Harmon to the far side of your screen, top side. Does a really good job just closing up those gaps, getting in there, and chasing him down, forcing a fumble. But I mean, there's 4 guys in there. Nick Herbig was in there. Watch from this angle again. He's going to be able to generate that double team off the snap. Now, if this was a stunt, this would have worked out perfectly because we would have, boom, sent TJ Watt in there, but he's dropping back into a little bit of his own. But you can tell, one-on-one, right? Nick Herbig gets a double team because they're chipping releasing with the running back off the top side or off the right side. But either way, 96 gets a one-on-one. Cam Hayward gets a one-on-one. Now Nick Herbig gets a one-on-one. All because Derrick Harmon generated that initial double team. Yeah, this team is dangerous, man. Guys, before we get out of here, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel for more Steeler updates throughout the entirety of the season. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Steelers' offense, defense, individual player breakdowns, whatever you guys want to see. We got you guys covered, so make sure you join the family. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.